The perimeter alarm shrieked, a flat, electronic monotone. Sector boundary breached, coordinates matched. We've officially crossed into Terror Zone Black. The voice echoed through the command bridge of the Iron Talon, the lead dreadnought of the Vardanian 27th Fleet. Admiral Urak Vance stood beneath the observation canopy, his four elongated limbs crossed behind his back. Twin ocular ridges blinked in unison as he gazed at the emptiness ahead. His voice was calm, devoid of hesitation. No gravitational distortions, no radiation anomalies, no fleet response, just empty stars and relic dust. A low, rasping reply came from the left. "That's what they always said," murmured Subcommander Zoran Sulk, the oldest officer aboard. His greyish scales bore the dull hue of a warrior who had seen more battles than most had heard of. "You don't come back from this place. I knew a patrol captain," Sulk added. 30 years ago, Zone Black was his last jump. They found a trail of melted hull drifting through the void. Nothing else. Vance didn't turn. Superstition. This sector has been dead for 92 cycles. No trade, no signals, no defense fleets. If humanity truly had teeth left, they would have shown them by now. "They might be hiding them," Sulk said under his breath. Behind them, Lieutenant Velt Crush, a younger officer with obsidian-colored plating, leaned over his terminal. "Telemetry clear. No mass signatures, no quantum fluctuation. Our escorts confirm this is a ghost sector." Vance tapped his clawed finger against the tactical display. "Let the galaxy see our banners. Log the maneuver. The Vardanian 27th cuts through the last border the humans pretend to guard. Let the Council talk." The fleet pushed forward, 29 ships strong, dreadnoughts, cruisers, scout-class slicers, and two deep-range carriers, forming a spearhead through the dark sector. Engines hummed with pride and impatience. This was no mere patrol, it was a silent broadcast of power. Within 5 minutes, silence broke without a sound. "Sir, escort Gamma 9 is gone." Crush blinked twice, slapped his console for recalibration. Nothing changed. Communications officer Dren Fowl reran the sweep with shaking fingers. "She's just gone," he whispered. No explosion, no distress ping. One moment she was broadcasting standard telemetry, and the next, nothing. "Hard cut off," Crush raised his head. "Sharp sensor glitch." "Negative," Fowl replied. "Signal history confirms full integrity, no decay." Like someone just snapped the line. Sulk turned slowly toward the center of the room. "No debris?" Vance asked, ignoring the older officer. Fowl checked his console. "Nothing. Local scans show no particulate spread, no heat bloom. It's like she was erased." A slow vibration ran through Vance's core. "Reroute scout slicers to triangulate the coordinates of Gamma 9's last ping. Full sensor sweep. Analyze in all spectrums. I want visual cross-check and pulse LiDAR echo." The fleet maintained formation, but tensions slipped into the air like cold gas. "Still no return signal?" Vance asked after 2 minutes. "Nothing. The ship's gone." Sulk's eyes narrowed. "You're thinking black hole, anomaly, subspace shear, something exotic. But I've seen warfields, Commander. That wasn't an accident. That was extraction." "That's presumptive," Vance said coldly. "And that presumption may keep us alive." Vance opened the fleet-wide secure channel. "All units, elevate to yellow formation. Activate point defense grids. Spread recon arrays to 110%. Continue advancement. Slow burn. 15 minutes passed. 3 more ships vanished. Cruiser Callan, destroyer Rune, frigate Delvin, all gone," Fowl said, his voice lowered to a near whisper. "They were on opposite flanks. No pattern yet. Still no enemy readings," Crush reported. "Our arrays detect no emissions, no ship trails, no plasma, not even a power surge." "Where were they when it happened?" Sulk snapped. Fowl brought up the holographic overlay. Callan was in forward left screen, Rune trailing aft. Delvin was looping rear recon, no convergence. "They're not targeting the center of mass," Sulk muttered. "They're unraveling the ends." Vance paced toward the center console. "Raise fleet alert to Crimson. All vessels enter evasive pattern Delta 4. Titan formation locked to battle group pings only." "They're not attacking with ships," Sulk insisted. "They're not attacking at all. They're removing." "Contact Central Command," Vance ordered. Fowl was ahead of him. "Attempted. Channels are active. No response. We're only receiving static." A deep, rasping silence filled the bridge. "Jamming?" Crush asked. Fowl shook his head. "It doesn't feel like jamming. There's no spike, no push. The signals are just gone." Sulk's breathing deepened. "Just like the ships." "Have we scanned for cloaked vessels?" Vance demanded. "We've tried," Crush replied. "Spectral scatter, gravimetric anomalies, subharmonic interference. Every sweep returns empty." "And yet we are dying," Sulk whispered. "They are killing us, and we can't even prove they exist. Retraction is not an option," Vance growled. "We hold." Out beyond the last cruiser, something flickered, less a light than an absence of consistency. Crush flinched at his display. I've got nothing, but it blinked. Sulk's voice was low. You won't find it, Commander, because this isn't war. It's a message. The next disappearance came in pairs. Two ships, Velusk and Mior, blinked out within the same second. That was simultaneous. Sulk stepped forward. They didn't leave humans behind out here to defend this silence. They left a warning that we should have stayed out. A long, slow alarm pulsed through the ship. Vance opened the fleet-wide channel. This is Admiral Vance of the Iron Talon. Execute defensive vector spiral. All remaining ships confirm and hold. One by one, ships checked in 23, 22, 20, 19. And then the final tick stopped. No fire, no warning, just subtraction. Far beyond the failing formation, orbiting silently around a dead dwarf star, buried in a cloud of fractured dust, an asteroid drifted in an unnatural arc. Inside its carved-out core, beneath layers of composite rock, a clean chamber pulsed with dormant energy. Mark Stone rolled his shoulders, aligning himself into the cradle like a locked component. Confirm vector, came a voice beside him, sharp, dry, Russian accented. Trajectory matched, Stone replied. Gravity arc from the drift has the window open in 12 seconds. Lyra Pavlov nodded, her eyes fixed on the prediction node. From where she sat, the Vardanian fleet was a red dot on a flat black field. The Tharnos didn't vibrate. It didn't hum, just a soft inner pulse, like a predator holding its breath. Give me thermal core integrity, Stone ordered. Sealer's Reed's voice crackled through the inner line. Core is steady at 100%. Recall buffers primed. Macmillan, Pavlov called out. I want a second read on the command pattern from their last transition. From the corner of the chamber, Walt Macmillan, broad-shouldered and dark-skinned, swiped through alien glyphs. They're still mirroring Vassary protocol. Vardanian subcruiser logic tree, standard aggression curve. They haven't adapted since the first disappearance. They're nervous, not analytical. Stone closed one eye. A single sphere rotated within the Thanos' breach core, glowing faintly blue under its kinetic sheath. 3, 2, fire! Stone touched the trigger. A single projectile exited the Thanos rail, a composite slug of depleted baryonic mass wrapped in microfilament gyros and embedded with a gravity-stabilized sheath. It moved silently, invisible, its vector curved, pre-calculated. At the edge of the Vardanian formation, a command frigate blinked once, then vanished. Confirmed, Pavlov said calmly. Macmillan pulled up an encrypted dossier. Vardanian Fleet 27. Known for psychological warfare during the Scar rebellions, executed 17 planetary quarantines in less than 3 cycles. No survivors logged on 4 of them. Stone stared at the screen, and they thought this sector was empty. They fired 7 more shots, each one a silent, precise cut. For the 10th shot, Pavlov paused. Let's alter cadence. Give them dead air. 2 minutes. As predicted, a lone Vardanian recon vessel crept forward. Stone fired. The ship folded in on itself like soft metal. The final tick came when a massive Vardanian capital vessel detached from the rear line, prepping a jump. Stone waited until the ship just reached the edge of spatial destabilization. He fired. The kinetic slug found its mark, slicing through the starboard reactor housing. The ship existed in 2 realities for a split second. The outcome was disintegration. They didn't see it coming. Macmillan scanned the remaining traffic. They're broadcasting key terms now. Retreat, invisible, unstoppable. The feed cut into Chamber 17 of the High Interstellar Council. Consul Idrin Kell snapped. If they know that, the humans may speak again, and I, for one, prefer the silence. The decision was made to observe, nothing more. Back in the Tharnos, Stone's focus sharpened. The remaining Vardanian ships were stalled. The moment snapped. Stone fired. The slug tore toward a cruiser sliding just beyond an ice moon. A spontaneous, unmapped tectonic shift in the moon's mass bent the slug's trajectory. It glanced the ship, which staggered, bleeding plasma, but remained intact. Missed the core, Pavlov said, voice clipped. Moon shifted mass during flight path, Sealer's Reed answered sharply. We fix it now. Sealer's Reed dumped spin bleed into Ring 4, sacrificing stability. Pavlov forwarded the updated solution for a dual separation munition, timing between charges, 8 milliseconds. Stone fired. The first slug hit low, forcing the ship to flex. The second, on a delayed curve, drilled directly into the exposed inner core. The cruiser folded, imploded in silence, crushed from within. Clean, Pavlov said. Suddenly, Macmillan yelled, Vardanian command vessel. They're arming something, multi-stage projectile setup. They're launching blind. They're trying to hit everything. The launch bays snapped open. 6 gravitational warheads tore into the void. Intercept. Do not let them hit the grid. Stone slammed back into the cradle, 6 warheads down with 5 shots. The precision was absolute. The final missile was gone just as it arced toward the outermost edge of the human exclusion zone. Stone didn't wait. He fired at the cruiser that launched the missiles. The kinetic slug carved through the Vardanian ship's central spine. That was their command ship. 2 remaining vessels twitched like prey. Stone picked the corvette first. No mercy, he fired. The ship folded in on itself before its hyperdrive could prime. Gone. That left one, a light frigate, damaged and helpless. Stone adjusted the sight. The reticle locked. His finger hovered. 3 seconds passed, then 4. He let go of the trigger and stepped back. The cradle lights dimmed. The frigate turned slowly. Its jump drive blinked to life, weak, damaged, but functional. The ship escaped. Inside the fleeing vessel's core, a transmission protocol activated. It wasn't encrypted. It carried no weapon, just memory, a full record. Every strike, every disappearance, every impact vector, and every ship lost. The Vardanian didn't receive a threat. They received proof. They didn't see a warning. They saw a ledger, a clean, unspoken message. This space isn't defended by fleets. It is guarded by silence, and silence does not ask permission. As the ship cleared the last perimeter, its failing comms burst once, just static, and then vanished into hyperspace. The Tharnos went dark again, its crew waiting ready as always. The galaxy learned the only law of Terra Zone Black. The price of admission is dissolution, and the final word is always subtraction.